When you meet Lori Frisher in person for the first time, you notice that she is always smiling. Lori has such a passion for all of life endeavors, and it shines forth on her face. Of course, just looking at Lori, you have no idea about her journey with an invisible disability. Lori is hearing impaired. As with many people with a disability, Lori is not disabled by it. Even though she cannot hear many of the sounds the hearing world takes for granted, her ability to communicate is unhindered because she is skillful and articulate and a great listener. Lori's passion is not only for those who are hearing impaired and deaf, but is manifested in her graciousness and compassion for all people who are touched by illness, pain, and disability. In recent years, Lori has been blessed with phenomenal modern technology and is able to hear more than ever. I believe she truly is listening for those, is the cry of the human heart in suffering, and she pours all her efforts into striving each day to make this a better world for all of us. I'm honored to have her as a true personal friend as well as a great friend of our organization's, Lori Frisher.
Good evening. I appreciate being here tonight. It's a really big turning point for me, and I thank Wayne and Sherry and this organization for that. Imagine the invisible disability. Imagine not hearing the sound of a kiss or a child's voice, let alone your own voice, or a kid playing Marco Polo at the swimming pool, or the sound of a fire engine coming, the sound of a tennis ball hitting the racket. Imagine missing out on family road trip conversations, or your hairdresser cutting 4 inches off of your hair, and you thought she said something else. Imagine second-guessing yourself most of your life, but always smiling to make the best of it, whether it was in a restaurant or an office meeting, making a deal. Imagine not knowing why one walked away after whispering a compliment in your ear, having to lip read everyone singing at a party since you cannot hear the song. Imagine being a parent trying to make sure everything is right for that child, reading books so their child would not fall behind. Now imagine the invisible disability, being an honors student, an entrepreneur, a 2-time skin cancer survivor, an aunt, a world traveler, a fighter, a senior executive, a Division I collegiate tennis player, an elected commencement speaker, and recently an Emmy nominee. Imagine technology changing so fast. Imagine invisible no more. I was born with a moderate to severe hearing loss and spent 30 years relying on hearing aids in both of my ears. In 2005, after a reoccurrence of cancer, my hearing took over. I lost more hearing. About 30% of my hearing was lost. I then qualified for a cochlear implant, so my hearing went from moderate to severe. When I found out the news that this new technology was coming out called the Esteem Implant, I then learned I became the first candidate in the world to have this hearing implant along with my cochlear implant. When this internal and groundbreaking technology came into my life, all the day-to-day experiences we take for granted, I began hearing for the first time, which has become life-changing for me. I have been inspired to document my life experiences, my challenges with the invisible, and my journey into the hearing community. I am fortunate to learn from good friends who live daily with invisible disabilities, from HIV to bipolar to brain injury, that we all can make it. I'm here tonight to share that no matter what adversity one faces, that a strong sense of self will allow one to realize their potential, no matter what obstacles society puts before us. Wayne, Sherry, and my friends of Invisible Disabilities Association, I thank you for turning those limitations into beautiful privileges for many, including myself. More importantly tonight, for turning the sound of silence into invisible no more. Thank you.